Linamar, we have some very aggressive growth goals. We're trying to reach $5 billion in sales by the year 2015. We're trying to reach $10 billion in sales by the year 2020. Clearly, for us to meet these very aggressive goals, a key is for us to have the right people in the right jobs with the right skills. And that means that training and development need to be absolutely at the top of our priority list in terms of the things we need to do now and in the future as well. So over the next few days, what you're going to be experiencing is a shortened version of the LLDP program, really designed to kind of teach you the highlights of what the supervisors will be learning. So teach you some of the skills that the supervisors will be learning, or at least refresh in your memory some of these skills that you may very well already have and already be employing on a regular basis. The idea is if we can ensure that you're aligned along with the methods that we want to use for leadership, for motivating people, for talking and communicating with people and letting people know what's happening and how to make improvements and providing constructive feedback, then you're going to be supporting your supervisors most adequately as well. In order to meet the goals of the future, we need thousands of people. We need thousands of supervisors. Today we have 350 supervisors. In the future we'll need somewhere between 1,700 and 2,000 supervisors in order to meet our goals. We need similar increases in the number of managers that we have, executives, directors at almost every level. Clearly, development, teaching people the skills that they'll need in order to take on those roles is key. And an absolutely key skill that people need to learn about is leadership. This LLDP leadership training course is really the first step in establishing those leadership basics for our people, starting at one of the most important levels in the company in terms of leadership, frontline supervision. Our frontline leaders at Linamar, our supervisors, are one of the most critical areas to focus on in the entire company. And the reason that they're so important in terms of leadership is because they have exposure and direct access to by far the largest percentage of our workforce. It is from our supervisors that our people hear about our strategy, what's going on in the company, where are we trying to get to, what are some of the challenges that we face, what are the strategies and goals that we have in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. All of that they're hearing primarily from our supervisors. So it's absolutely critical that our supervisors have all the skills, all the tools that we can possibly provide for them to make sure that they're being as effective as possible in terms of communicating those expectations, but also in terms of managing their people to help meet their goals. The LLDP course is designed to provide really foundational leadership skills to our supervisory staff. Learning how to be a more effective leader. Learning, really, leadership is about incenting others to get things done the way that you want to get them done. It's not just about telling people what to do. In fact, it's not about telling people what to do. It's about bringing people on board, getting people focused on a common goal and achieving it together. And not in a dictatorial way, but in a way that is collaborative and people can feel part of those solutions. So teaching those basics of leadership is a big part of what the LLDP course will teach. The LLDP course will also talk a lot about communication, about how to provide constructive feedback to people, how to manage conflict, how to manage change, because things are always changing within our organization or within any organization. It's been said that if your organization is changing at a slower pace than the environment around you, then the end is near. You're not going to survive very much longer if you can't keep up with a changing environment. And our environment is always changing. So learning to manage that change, helping people to accept it and embrace it and look for new ways to do something is a key element of leadership. Another key element that you'll learn during the LLDP course is about Linamar's desired leadership behaviors. And you've probably heard about these from a variety of sources, but what you'll learn in the course is why they're so important and how you can look to employ them in your day-to-day duties. So if you look at Linamar's leadership behaviors that we're looking for, people who are passionate, people who are excited about what they're doing so that they can pass that excitement on to their people as well and get them motivated. People who are good planners, who can put a team together, put together a plan of what plan of action of what they want to do, and then execute on that plan. I mean, execution is a key element of leadership. You can't just put a plan together, you have to get it done. Another key element of leadership we're looking for is edge and acumen in terms of decision making. So the ability to make a tough decision, to take the information that you have, which sometimes might be not very much and sometimes is a lot, and make the very best decision, the most insightful decision that you can. That's an important part of leadership. A very important part of leadership is communication, your ability to communicate with your people, with external people to the company as well, but being able to communicate both verbally and in written form so people can really understand the message that you're trying to get across. Very key element in leadership. And lastly, caring about your people. You absolutely have to show your people that you care about them. If they believe that you care about them, they'll follow you anywhere. Those are the 6 key things that we're looking for in leaders at Linamar, and you'll talk a lot about them during the LLDP course. Some other key elements that you'll learn about in the LLDP course is some basic elements about managing your business or your area of the business. So some basics like safety, quality, throughput, cost. How do you achieve all of those things? How do you balance the outcomes so that your actions can achieve a good balance of all those things? Balance, after all, is a core value at Linamar. It's another key element in how we want to go about running our business, is to always achieve a great balance of satisfaction for customers, for employees, for shareholders. Making decisions that can best balance the needs of each is absolutely critical to a successful business. Other elements of Linamar's core values being entrepreneurial, being responsive to our people, to our customers, being respectful of our people, being innovative, working hard. This is all who Linamar is, and you'll talk about that in the leadership training program as well. Overall, we really believe the LLDP course is a great foundational leadership training program. We've spent a lot of time putting the program together, getting feedback from participants in the program to try to optimize it, to make it better every time. We've had wonderful feedback from the people who've been through the program, so I have no doubt that the supervisors that are going through the program are all going to really enjoy what they're learning and find ways to put to work right away the things that are being learned. So I hope you really enjoy the program. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. You will have an opportunity to touch base back with the leaders of the program, the teachers of the program on a regular basis to make sure that we're addressing any obstacles that you're running into in terms of employing some of these ideas.